Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the previous YouTube, I have shared the two basic momentum elements which need to be restored in today's Wing Chun. Without that two elements properly restored, there is no Wing Chun. Now today I'd like to share with you on the body conditioning or the internal training, quote unquote, or the Qigong training of Wing Chun, 1850. For past 130 years, what I'm going to share with you is practically non-exist. Today, not only I'm sharing with you what is exists in 1850, also today in America, we have already fused it with today's sports science. So what I'm going to share with you is actually can be verified with sports science or medical science today. Now, the reason I am sharing this with you is this is an education I'm presenting. I'm not here to promote myself or to praise myself. As in Zen, me is not important. It is the duty, the missions, which is the focus. So I hope that after you see this, here on, you know exactly what is going on. You know what you need to train. You know where you are. Because all of what I'm going to share with you is dealing with states, physiological states. Unless one can get into that physiological states, one really don't know what it is. In the past 100 years or so, it is always saying this is like Tai Chi, this is like internal, this is like Bagua, this is like Xing Yi, this is like Zhanzhuang, this is like Taoist, this is like Buddhist. Well, sorry to say, all of those doesn't mean anything. You need to know what I share with you today into details. And in order to proficient with it, of course, one need to develop it. One need to go through it. Going through it doesn't mean that you are a grandmaster. Growing through it, go through it, just mean that you have the training. Or else you don't have the training. Okay, so let's start. If you read my book, Decoding Wing Chun, the entire body conditioning can be separated into three parts, namely the recovery part or the Qi nourishing part, the fitness part, and then the strengthening part or the martial art part. Three parts of body conditioning. And this three part is mapped into sport science into heart rate zone. The fitness part, namely it is between 60 to 80% or zone 2, zone 3 of your maximum heart rate, where your maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. Okay? So the nurture qi part, it is under zone 1 to your resting heart rate. For the strengthening, it is zone 4, zone 5, which is higher than 80% of your heart rate, and it can go over 100% of your heart rate. Okay, so the book Decoding Wing Chun have shared everything with you, from the ancients and today's science. Now I'm going to share with you, how do one really develop this Kung Fu? How is it one, the process, the step by step, how is it one develop this Kung Fu? And what is it they develop? Now, the first thing for a beginner, for a common people who never trained anything before, when they start to train in the 1850 Wing Chun, the first thing need to be trained is this body, how to activate this body. And it is actually in the middle of the fitness training. So when you do this training, your heart rate will be not more than the third zone, or not more than 80% of your maximum heart rate. So how is that thing works? Well, it is like something like this. Dynamic stretching. Okay. Dynamic stretching. Or walking. Slow walking. That belongs to this type of training. The notion of this training is to activate the entire body's joint. For example, just now, when I do this, if you notice my hip, my shoulder, all this, they are moving. So it is a dynamic stretching of the entire body. Now, when I'm doing certain thing like this, it is furtherly stretching my back and this calf of the leg and everything. Okay? So that's the first step to make sure that one be able to use one's body fluently. And the breathing and so forth is not go extreme, because this is a pretty slow stuff. And that's why you need your heart rate to control the heart rate. When you do this, is under 80% of the maximum heart rate. When you are fluent with it, the heart rate will drop, because you are fluent with your body and your breathing is fluent. So that's the first thing must do. Okay? Now, this is right in the middle of the fitness category. Remember, we have the martial art or strengthening training category, or the group, the fitness group, and the recovery or chi neurosync group. So what we do here, I share with you just now, is the middle of it. This is the thing that everybody can do and will not get wrong or do it wrong, as soon as one have a decent health. Okay? So it's a dynamic stretching of the body and so forth. It is never clamping your knee, putting your straight, doing structure. No. You need to actually expand your entire body, your sinews, to stretch it, open it up. The joints and so forth, you need to know about it. Okay? The first step. After the first step, one need to get into the very basic of recovery part. which is to make sure one be able to loosen up one's entire body. Now, usually one do it with laying down in the bed. That is the best way to make sure one can aware of every joint of the body, and then can open it up, and then can link entire body. So that's why if you watch this video or read my book Wing Chun Inceptions, the practice of this recovery or the nurture chi, it is actually using the laying down, because that's the easiest way to get without getting anything wrong. Now, after one be able to do that, one need to be able to stand up, doing the same thing as laying down, to loose the body, every joint and muscle. And then, because you be able to lose that, your mind will quiet down. As when we laying down. Now, that is the first part of it. And even just doing this, like in the standing, there's a lot of details one need to know. For example, the shoulder. You're never doing this. Your shoulder blade actually has to be flat there at the back. Okay? So it is not like you just do whatever you want, standing pose, or like today people say 站桩, blah blah blah. No. You need to have a proper alignment in your bone structure so that you be able at the end achieve the loose of your body, quiet of your mind, like when you lay down. Okay? So that is the second steps. The third steps still is in this recovery or nurture chi category. One need to develop this breathing. Okay? Now, in Chinese, the process has the name of 练气吐纳. 练气 meaning you train the breathing. 吐纳 meaning you exhale the toxic. You inhale the fresh. 练气吐纳. So remember the second state when you all loose up, everything go natural, you can practically sleep there, like standing. You start to develop this lower abs breathing, but actually it is the entire 360-degree breathing. You will feel like your entire body is breathing. And the breathing is actually really deep, but light, really light. The key is light. Okay? Now, if you have developed that, where your breathing is deep and light, you will achieve your breathing like under 10 count, 10 repetitions per minute. Okay, under 10 repetitions per minute. Those who really have developed it actually can go up to about 6 or 4 repetitions per minute. It dropped down, okay? Now, the entire body feel like breathing, and at every inhale and exhale, at exhale, it is automatic that this under here, okay, or we call it the pelvic floor muscle, lift up the lower abs, contract in. This two sides of the butt contract in. So it is lift up, contract in, without even you have to do anything. And the body is 360 degree. Okay? So in terms of the Chinese 练气吐纳, training the breathing, exhale the toxic, inhale the fresh. This is the first stage of the 练气吐纳. Okay? If you have achieved this, the third stage, right? The third stage where you can breathe this way, deep and like sleeping and all this automatic contract. Okay, when you exhale and then when you inhale, everything loosen up, it expand 360 degree. When you get to this, you'll be able to train the six healing breath, which is a technology for detoxing your internal organs. Okay, now, but you require those type of breathing, deep, light, and your repetitions of breathing going low. So, if I show you one, the six healing breath, which is you detox your body and promote circulations in your internal organs. Say, for example, the stomach, the stomach handling of detoxing the stomach, of the six healing breath, or today people call it six healing sound, which is wrong. It's not six healing sound. It's six healing breath. It will look like this. Enter into my sleep state. Get the breathing, the entire body breathing. So, when I do this just now, the six healing breath, you see, this is inhale. This is exhale. And this is inhale. When I do this is inhale, and this is exhale. If you compare with in the beginning when I do stretching, they are different type of state. You can rewind this video to look at it, how I do this different. So this is a six healing breath. Okay, now when you be able to do this is where you be able to manage or detox your different internal organs. In the ancient, people practice the six healing breath is for health. And the second thing where the Shaolin do is if you take a blow, have injury in your internal organ, they're using this six healing breath to help healing it beside the acupuncture and herbs. Okay? Now, this is the breathing and the exhale the toxic, inhale the fresh part. The first part of training the breathing, exhale the toxic, inhale the fresh, the first part. The second part of this training the breathing, exhale the toxic, inhale the fresh. The second part of it is you go deeper with your lower abs breathing or your entire body breathing. When your awareness and your breathing synchronize, Okay? At that time, you're really quiet. Now you get deeper than before the previous state, which is doing the breathing, the deep breathing state. And you will get into the state that you can nurture your energy inside your body. For example, when you're really tired, you just do that while you're laying down. You will be like a deep sleep, in a deep sleep. 30 minutes, you'll recover. Depend on your how exhausted your body, depend on your kung fu. It is like charging battery. Okay? So that is the state of this. Now you be able to nurture your chi, or you be able to do deep recovery. Now, going one step further, you will reach the training of修脉搬运. 修脉 meaning repairing the energy flow. 搬运 meaning transport the energy flow. Okay? So first you need to have 练气吐纳, and then only you be able to manage this, handling this, you can have in the deep recovery, only that you be able to get into this 修脉 搬运, or repair your energy flow and transport your energy flow practice. And as you know that this recovery, the state, the previous state I told you about the recovery, you sleep and you can recover body. At this time, you'll be able to drop your heart rate down to the resting heart rate or your sleeping heart rate. Okay, deep sleep heart rate. You have that capability already. And of course, it will vary, depend on your body condition too. If you are sick and you might not be able to get that deep, but you always be able to recover. Say if you are not sick, you probably will be able to recover within 15 minutes. But if you are sick, you probably need 30 minutes. But you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to get into that state and do it. Now, so when we enter into the state of the repairing the flow of the energy and the transport of the energy. So what happens is this. If you get into this recovery, deep recovery or deep rest or the sleep state where you can charging your body, if you get deep enough and long enough, you will start feeling energy charging within your body. At that time, even your daily life, you notice that you have a lot of energy, not those exciting type, but you can say in the previous probably, for example, you need to sleep for say 7 hours, and now if you sleep for 6 hours, your body is the same energetic. You can get that state already. Now, when you get that state, the energy built out in the body, actually it's not built out, charging to a certain level. The energy is charging to the certain level. You will feel the energy flow in your meridian. And that is where like people say, micro orbit training of Qigong reside. Okay? So again, you need to train this breathing, this exhale When you detox, you detox when you exhale, inhale the fresh. You have to get into that, and then from in that level, your awareness and your breathing become one, synchronize, become one, and then you charge your energy more, and then it charge up, and then suddenly you feel like you have flow in your body, energy flow in your body. Okay, now, so at that time, if the energy is at uh, at a certain level, it will flow in your meridian, like the micro orbit. Okay? It is not about I want to use my yi to control my chi and blah blah blah. Using your mind to that's no, you just put yourself into that state. It naturally go. And at this state, of course, you are actually within your sleeping heart rate type of a zone. That's where you will be. Okay? Now, so the energy will circulate following the meridians. Okay? Like uh, the energy will circulate from your chest to your fingertip via this part of your body, and when you inhale with this part of your body. Okay? That is all have the pathway and directions. And if you are flown with this state, then this thing can further get into the training, like for example, the sixth healing breath. Say if I just now I show you on the stomach, now I show you on the detox and the helping the healing of the liver. Say I do this. Now, this is exhale until automatically end of exhale. Exhale the toxic. This is inhale. Now, at the exhale, it is traveling from the toes upward via uh, the liver meridian or liver channel, and then on top here, it travel with the lung channel outward. This is exhale, it travel liver channel and lung channel. Now, at this time, you're aware of that channel, the liver channel and that lung channel while you exhale. You are actually repairing the flow of the channels of the liver channel and the lung channel, and that's what we call transportation. Okay, but you need to get to that level. You must not just you don't practice anything and you say, well, I think about this channel, and then you have this chi, and then doing all those stuff. Well, you never get into your state where now today in heart rate we can measure. Do you get into that or not? You are only create tension. You are not actually training in this transportations of your body energy to the different channel. And if you do this long enough, well, you will feel that pathway become lighter and lighter. That is how the Chinese using this uh, repairing the energy flow and transportations to for healing. Okay, so there are two types. The previous type is you detox the toxic, like stomach detox. Okay, that is, do not have that channel, the component or the element of the flow of the energy in the channel, versus you add on uh, with the energy flow in the channel with the detox right now. So when I do this again, there's the exhale to detox. In the same time, you promote the flow of the energy in the channel, the related channel. Okay? Now, when one get into get to this state, the body is extremely sensitive. Okay? So this is the Qigong practice. So the first, as I explained just now, is called 练气吐纳. And then the second is the 修脉搬运. So in the Qigong, this is what you need to achieve in order to heal your body, to strengthen your body, to recover if you are sick. Okay? Now, if you do this, you have to at this level. That is the reason why in other YouTube I say that when you do this in the beginning of 修炼塔, it's wrong. Why? Anybody who have go through that 练气 and this 修脉搬运, helping the flow of the energy flow, repelling the flow of the energy and transport the flow energy, and of course you have to go through that breathing and the exhale, the exhale detox when you exhale, inhale when you inhale the fresh, you go through that state. When you do this, you know the entire thing stuck there. Your breathing, your chi flow all screw up. But when you do this, you can sense the entire thing. So it's like you have the sensor in your body at this state that you know what is proper, what is not proper. Okay? So up to here, you are in the recovery, you are in be able to repair the flow of your energy flow, you'll be able to breathe. This is the Qigong part. This is the recovery, the Qigong part. Of course, you can get deeper and deeper. Your handling get better and better. And so this is the internal, if you want to talk about internal. Now, get back to the fitness. Remember when we start with this really low speed type of dynamic stretching. Okay, like in the middle of the fitness training, like your heart rate is actually like zone 2, which is under 70%, something like that. Now, after you got into just now the recovery, your breathing get deeper and so forth, and your channel get opened up more and more. You can go to the higher intensity part of the fitness training, which is your heart rate will rise up to zone 3, like close to 80%. So how is that type of training? Well, that type of training will be like this. Okay? So it is speed up the body, okay? It speed up the body. Now, this type of training is on the high end or higher edge of the fitness training. One must not get here unless one got the recovery training, at least the breathing part. Why? I do this. Have you heard me? I don't, right? I speak as usual, right? You can rewind the video. Why? Because the entire thing is lower up the entire body breathing. Okay? So when you do this, the higher speed type of dynamic stretching, that is to further strengthening your muscle. But it is not the strengthening like for heavy duty endurance type of training yet. Now, when you do this, it will further actually help your physical, your muscle skeleton stuff. While just now when I show you on the breathing, on the transportations of qi, that is internal organ stuff. Okay? Now, the internal organ stuff and the slow type of the stretching is good for aerobic endurance in today's language. Okay? So if you don't have enough of it today, we know that you can get into what we call the anaerobic deficiency, anaerobic deficiency syndrome. Anaerobic deficiency syndrome. You can damage your body. Okay, if you don't have this enough, you don't have that aerobic endurance. Okay, and also if you train this way, like this ancient Chinese, it actually helped to build up your mitochondrial. Okay, so that's how you get healthy, and that's why we know, okay, where we need to train, what you're developing today. Now, only after you got this, you're ready until the high speed one, then you stood up for the endurance, for recycling momentum. Okay, for those fighting training. And of course, another thing for that will come in is your intra-abdominal pressure. You train that you can have the take impact on your body. Okay? So this is the entire thing. Nothing magic, nothing special. It is a down to earth and can be scientific proven. And in the ancient, for the fitness and the recovering is always good. For the strengthening, martial art or endurance type of training, high intensity endurance training, the ancient will tell you not to do it after you're 45 years old. Today, we know that if you do those high intention, like the fighting training, the endurance, heavy endurance training and so forth, that could create the free radical, which is actually harmful for your body. Can be harmful for your heart, your kidney, and those who have cancer must not touch it much. You still want to exercise, but you don't want to go there that generate so much free radical, get screw yourself. Okay? So this is the entire thing I like to share with you. Everybody can be able to train this. Everybody can benefit from this. So it is no longer ancient Chinese secret, or this is like Tai Chi, look like Tai Chi, or this is Qigong, this is a micro orbit, and this is this is that. But you don't even know what are you developing. Okay? So I hope that you see clearly. This is what is in 1850s Wing Chun, the body conditional part. And the details and everything you can see in my book, the Decoding Wing Chun. But if you don't put this thing inside your Wing Chun, you keeping doing this kind of stuff, stuffy the hell out of you with this kind of stance, which is not aligned with your body. You cannot breathe, and then you have something designed, some sets or the move or Wing Chun technique, which is completely screw up the flow of the energy. What are you doing? What are you doing? So you look at today's Wing Chun. None of those sets make any sense if you get through what I'm sharing with you just now. If you develop whatever I share with you now, you can know that you cannot touch those sets because you just feel like it's screwing yourself. And besides, it doesn't add up your help your breathing so that you be able to do the high speed fighting or endurance. So this is reality, okay? And as I said, now the details is in the Wing Chun Decoding Wing Chun book. When I say the other day, I have transferred the technology of Wing Chun 1850 to the United States of America. Now I can share with you. I can walk my talk on it. No, I'm not the best fighter in the universe or the grandmaster. I am not, but I know what it is. And we can scientifically track what it is. And so internal, your breathing, your this and that, it is nothing magic. It is solid, tangible thing. But if you're keeping living in the fantasy of the movie, you never get there. Like I always say, the minute you do this, I know you don't know. Because anybody who really knows this will never do those stuff. So where is your internal come from? And nobody will claim the thing like this because the first step you need to do is you have to stretch all your body. You can think about it, it's like the Chinese yoga. The entire body have to stretch out. How the world is going to stand like this? Doesn't make sense at all. So I leave you all with this. Again, this is a mission. It's not about me, it's about you. You need to know what you get into, what is possible, and what is good for you or what is screwing you up.